and start recording.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's live.
There we go.
Hey, YouTube.
What's up? What's up, Nomad, Brad, peeps? Is anybody going to show up? That's the question.
I don't know. Let's find out. Stream health.
Yeah, it's in yellow.
Well, let's just start talking.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Okay, we got 0 people watching currently.
Well, we can beat that record. Hey, guys. I'm Connor, by the way. I'm Brad's roommate and longtime friend and now business partner.
Word.
Not on the Bing Ads thing. I actually don't know a thing about Bing.
A thing about Bing.
Yeah.
A Bing thing.
Brad's the expert. I'm the email marketing guy.
Yeah, he is. He's amazing.
But
Ooh, we do have someone watching. Hello, person watching.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we are a lot of things. We're roommates, business partners, longtime friends.
Yeah.
And both internet marketers, affiliate marketers.
Absolutely. Both done product launches recently.
Present power of notifications. Yes, Charles.
Yeah,
what's
what up, Charles?
my friend? Charles is awesome.
Hell yeah.
How's it going, Charles? Are you at the gym or work or etc. listening to YouTube Red?
Yeah. I don't know about YouTube Red. I'm more of a Twitch fan.
Yeah, we haven't used... Oh, we got 2 people. 1 messages per minute.
What's up, fam?
Hey. Conor and I are drinking some wine. We're just talking about internet marketing as we always do because we've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And we really enjoy it.
Yep.
Just wanted to see who was hanging out, who wanted to come talk.
Hell yeah. We're talking about product launches, email marketing, affiliate marketing, paid traffic, ClickBank, YouTube,
Yep.
Twitch.
Things we're very interested in. So Conor just launched his 3rd product, 2nd product?
This is the 3rd one that I've done for my list.
Okay.
As myself. I'm a copywriter, so I have a lot of clients that I've worked with in the past. So I've launched a lot of products, but it was their product and their business and their list, and I was just writing the sales copy.
Yeah.
But the recent one I launched was the 3rd one I've done for my list and my own people. It's in the dating niche. It's on ClickBank. So that's gone really well. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited for your launch too.
Yeah, we both done
Bing
product
Ads
launches.
Bootcamp. Is it closing soon? Closing tomorrow?
It's closing on Friday.
Closing on Friday.
So tomorrow we'll send out an email just kind of reminding everybody. Charles has already signed up though.
Right on, Charles. Relaxing even though I should be taking action.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're relaxing too,
Yeah,
and we
are.
thought we would combine it with taking action.
We're kind of doing a little bit of both. We're like writing copy and
Yeah.
building some funnels and stuff, but we're also relaxing, chilling out, talking to each other and drinking some wine.
You know, don't beat yourself up, Charles, for not always taking action.
Yeah.
It's important to relax too.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are or what you're up to. Please share in the comments. We would love to hear more.
Yeah, tell us.
You know,
tell us about what you're up
What
to.
kind of action do you think you should be taking? What business are you in?
Well, I know he's signed up for the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0, so
Okay.
he's already taken a lot of action.
So you're into paid traffic, and you know about Brad. You're clearly not a beginner.
Yeah.
But hey, tell us what you're trying to take action on. You know, we're taking action all day, every day, but also sometimes we get burned out. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you can go so hard with working and taking action, you forget to relax and have fun and just be with your friends and be a human being. Especially if you're like us and you're an internet marketer.
Yeah.
It gets a little lonely sometimes.
It does.
Because you're on your laptop. and,
Entrepreneur
like,
lonely.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
Brad coined the term. You get entrepreneur lonely, where even though we all work with a lot of people, they're usually over a telephone or on Skype or on Facebook or YouTube, or we don't have enough personal interaction. So we've actually worked to like establish a mastermind group in Austin. We live in Austin, Texas, by the way. That's where we are right now. Where we get together with other entrepreneurs and talk business and also just life.
Yeah.
But also, well, it's weird. Some people have a difference between their work and their life, but a lot of times we don't.
Yeah.
Because we don't have normal jobs. We work for ourselves. We build businesses. And it's important to hang out with other people that are on that path in some way. Otherwise, you start to feel a little isolated.
Yeah. Which you're doing right now. You're hanging out with us.
Yeah. And if you ever come to Austin, look us up.
Yeah.
Come join our meetings,
Mm-hmm.
It's important for entrepreneurs to get together and share stuff. I think John Carlton said it really well in one of his books. We read a lot of like old school marketing books.
We have a lot on our shelves.
Yeah, we do. But he was like, every now and then I got to wander into town and see what everyone's doing. Otherwise, I start to feel a little weird.
Yeah. So Charles, he says, my main focus is PPC and trying to escape the 9 to 5.
Right on.
Amen, brother. That's amazing.
Right on.
PPC is something I like to do.
Cool.
I totally understand that. I love paid traffic. It's my favorite.
Do you sell your own products or affiliate stuff, Charles? So we do both.
Yeah. So I guess I did have a 9 to 5 for a few years.
Yeah.
It was weird because it was in internet marketing, but it became a 9 to 5. I started out working for the company because I thought I would learn how to do internet marketing, and I did, but I also became kind of a manager. So it's what they call golden handcuffs.
Yep.
It was as I worked my way up in the company, I was getting, more and more respect and whatever, and skills, but I was also having to work more and more. I had more responsibilities, so it was kind of, it was just like golden handcuffs, which is pretty typical in the 9 to 5 thing. The higher you work your way up, the more kind of trapped you can end up being. Mm-hmm. Even though you're making more money,
right,
and you get more respect, and you get a higher position in the company or whatever, you still don't have that freedom of actually doing your own thing.
Well, yeah, because you're still exchanging your time for money, doing the employee thing where we've all been there,
right?
Where you show up to work, you work a certain number of hours doing your job, and you get paid by that, and it takes up most of your time,
right?
And you can't leverage your time by doing what we're talking about, sending traffic to, Charles says, affiliate stuff. Been serious about it for around 5 months. That's awesome.
Yep.
Hell yeah. You're on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're building your own email list or trying to send traffic and doing affiliate campaigns, you're leaving the I exchange my time for money, and now I leverage my skills and the value I can bring for money, and there's no end to that. There is a limit to how much money a person can earn for their time.
Right.
Unless you're like LeBron James, who's the most valuable at what he does. He earns millions for his time, but most people, there's a limit to how much they're going to earn in 40 hours a week, or like Charles said, he's the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Which we've all been in.
Well, you've been well paid in all 3 categories. Like, you were well paid. Conor used to work for Elon Musk, so he's a well paid engineer on a very good career path. But he realized he had the golden handcuffs. He was like, "This is great. I'm making a lot of money, but why do I feel empty inside?"
Yeah. One, yes, I felt empty inside because it wasn't really my path, and I looked at other people at that company at SpaceX, which is Elon Musk's rocket company.
We celebrated him launching a rocket into space together. It was pretty cool.
Launch formula.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool company, and a lot of people there are getting there at 6 a.m., leaving at 12 in the morning. They're super passionate. They love it. It's clearly their purpose, and I was not one of them. And it wasn't even that much money either. Let's see.
Ooh, Carlos.
Carlos, what up? Cartagena.
Oh, my God. You live in a fantasy land. I love Cartagena. It's so amazing. He's also part of the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0.
Right on.
What's up, Carlos?
What up, Carlos?
Happy to see you.
And Charles says, I work around pieces of shit. It's a situation where sorry employees get ahead.
Well,
yeah, well, corporate America sucks sometimes.
that's the way it goes.
You know?
That's why you're carving your own path.
Yeah.
Finding an alternative route that they will never find, and you'll never have to deal with them again. I actually kind of sometimes miss office drama. I do. I know.
Not that much.
Not that much, but every once in a while. I literally, the one thing I do miss about working in an office is literally the water cooler talk. You know, in that one office, we worked for the same company in Denver, and we would, everybody would gather around the water cooler. That's what you do. Like, for us, it was a water cooler and also the coffee,
right?
The Keurig. And, you know, in that brief little period of time, you could actually, like, be real and just be like, hey, what's going on?
That was not even like a typical office either.
That's true.
We worked for an internet marketing company. It was at the time, it was the top personal development ClickBank company. They were at the top of the ClickBank rankings for that niche.
Yeah. Hey, so, Jonathan. Welcome.
What up?
We're just hanging
Jonathan?
out. Dude, I would love to do we should do a mastermind in Cartagena.
Deal.
It's seriously amazing. Like,
I'm so down.
So I told you, Carlos, I went to a wedding in February. We were in Toulouse, which is, I mean, you probably know, but I'd never heard of it, but it's so beautiful, incredible resort place. And then we went to Cartagena, and it was life-changing. I mean, I literally like dream of that place. It was so amazing, just being on the ocean, and the energy there was so cool. The music was amazing. The food was incredible. Yeah, man. Jonathan, you can ask some Bing questions. Go for it. Yeah, Cordoba. Okay, so I didn't know the name of the state, but Toulouse was totally amazing. Yeah, it was a dream. So you know Dieter. Yeah. So my friend Dieter got married there. It's a funny story. Dieter encouraged me to go to Medellin the first time, and we hung out. We had like an apartment there for a little while, and he went on a date on Tinder, and I went with him on the date, even though I couldn't speak any Spanish at all, which I still can't speak very much. But I went on this date with him. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll meet these girls. And I couldn't speak a word of Spanish, so it was very boring for me. The girls, they tried to talk to me, but, you know, it's really hard to talk to somebody when they don't speak the same language. So anyways, but Dieter and his girl really, you know, got along very well. They do. It does have the most beautiful women in the world. I can confirm that. But so they got along really well, and they kept hanging out. And then a few weeks later, after we left Colombia, Dieter says, you know, I think I really like this girl. I'm going to go back and spend more time with her. And then a few months later, he said, I think I'm going to marry this girl. So I got to be on their first date together when they met on Tinder. But then I also got to be at their wedding and see them get married, and they're so happy, and so happy for them. So yeah, I love Colombia. I still have this Colombia bracelet thing that I got in a few years ago. Still wear it every day. Just had really good times in Medellin and Cartagena and Toulouse. I haven't been to Bogota yet, but I have a lot of friends there, so I've heard it's really awesome. Yeah, Jonathan, go ahead and ask your Bing questions. Fire away. So we live in Austin, Texas. I found one food truck that has like authentic Colombian food, which I'm very excited about. We should go there. We should check it out.
Deal.
Colombian food is amazing. Hey, what's up? You look great. Thank you. I'm sure you look great too. do you promote your offers only on mobile, or do you usually promote on all devices? So I've done most of my affiliate stuff on ClickBank, and I always start with all devices, and then I use something like, oh, thank you. I don't know what you're congratsing us on, but we'll take it. So he's back on the discount train.
Nice.
Why do you want a discount? Yeah, no, I you know what? I appreciate that you're coming to my live stream. That is really awesome that you're choosing to spend your time hanging out with me. I really do appreciate that. I hope to give you enough free content on YouTube that you can earn enough money to be able to buy the Bing course next time I launch it. Seriously, like, you can do it.
That's our goal for all our content that we're putting out, is if people can take action well enough on the free advice, they can earn enough for the trainings.
Yeah.
And we can just help everyone out and grow from there.
But your mind is totally in the right place. You're here. You're spending your time. I always have to acknowledge the people that are here spending their time trying to improve themselves.
Hell yeah.
You know, getting better results in life. Like, please. I'm sorry. I mean, Ijaz, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, but seriously, I respect that you're here. I respect that you're going for it. You're trying, and you will get there. Like, there's so much good information out there for free. Just take it in and take action. That's the biggest thing. You can watch my channel, but there are even better channels out there. You can watch. There's so much free information, and we live in this beautiful age where there's incredible free information for everybody. So
actually, I think sometimes the drawback is there's so much information.
Yeah, it can be hard.
It can be overwhelming and hard to focus on one thing. But just know that if you listen to Brad or to anyone else that knows what they're talking about, and you just keep listening and taking action on what they tell you, you will make money.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how much work do you put into it and how fast can you get there. But it does work. Everyone that's out there that seems to know what they're talking about, their shit works.
Yeah.
But it's hard to take in so much information. Like, I just loaded up YouTube 10 minutes before we got on here and instantly got sucked into like recommended video here. And it's all designed to grab your attention and take it away. So a good skill is just to focus on one person that you think knows what they're talking about. And hopefully it's Brad, because he definitely does. He's taught me how to do traffic. He's helped me make a ton of money. But it does take time and effort, and there's so many people screaming advice at you online all the time. You got to pick someone and just focus on their shit for a while and really go deep with it. And you will make money. That's why we're sitting here right now.
Thanks, man.
Because we focused on what he's doing, and it makes money. A lot. That's how we can sit here and talk to you guys and not have a job that we got to wake up to tomorrow. This is our job.
Yeah.
Our time belongs to us. But it wasn't always that way. So
yeah. And Ijaz, thank you just for spending your time. You can still enroll in the course. I mean, like I said, I don't give any discounts. But if you can, get enough resources together, then I would love to have you on board. Otherwise, just keep working, and you'll get there. That's George. I appreciate your comment as well. The value of this course is worth every dime. You shouldn't have to give a discount. To be honest, I had the same thing that a lot of us feel, where I didn't feel like my expertise, my knowledge was that valuable, and until I had a great mentor, Dan Brock, the deadbeat affiliate. He's amazing, and I invested in one of his courses that taught me how to do YouTube. So that's how I know all of you guys now, is because he taught me how to do YouTube really, really well. And his course was $1,000, and it was a stretch at that time to get that course, but it's totally changed my life. And because of Dan, and I've been able to build up this YouTube channel. And then he reached out to me because I was in his program, and he kind of coached me, and he said, you're not selling your information for enough. And coming from him, I trusted him. And so you know, that's why I really wanted to build the Bootcamp 2.0, where I can really just give everything that I possibly can and help you guys with the most information possible, make it really high quality, and really feel like the price point that it's at is an extreme discount. And I really believe that now. I mean, I have clients that pay me thousands of dollars, and you know, you're getting years of advice and hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on paid traffic. You're getting that all boiled down into, you know, the best course that I can make. So hopefully that makes sense for you, and you can invest. So thank you, George. Thank you, iJaz. George, I would love to have you on board. And just so you know, we're closing it on Friday. So if you plan on signing up, make sure to do so before then, because I think it'll probably be at least a few months before I open it back up. Ken says, yes, there are too many to choose. There are so many.
Oh my God.
I've gotten sucked into every YouTube guru rabbit hole there is. And to be honest, I mean, most of them just make me a better marketer. They make me better. Because if I learn one thing from somebody, even if they, you know, I don't know, maybe like most of what they're saying, it doesn't really apply to me, or I don't care. But if they teach me one thing, one little trick that I learned, then I consider it worth my time. And I get sucked into the rabbit hole of the really good marketers on YouTube, Alex Becker, Dan Brock, you know, Kevin David, all those guys. Like, I watch their videos, and almost every single time I watch a video, I learn something new. So it makes me better. It gives me hope. It teaches me more. It makes my brain better at understanding marketing in general. So it is good to take in a lot of information, but there's a point where you have to choose something. So that's the other thing I learned from this year, is I bought like 6 courses, and I spent a lot of money on these courses. And each of them had a different method from a different teacher. And what I found by actually trying them out is that they all work. Like, these people don't create courses because they're just making shit up. Like, it's based on some knowledge. So, you know, I tried them and they all work. Then it comes back on me. Like, am I willing to actually put the effort in and continue to work on this
yeah.
Well,
Well, sometimes it's not even about do you put the effort in or not. Like, I'm sure most of you guys watching this put effort in, but there's so many different pathways and things you could put effort into. You got to judge the opportunity cost of, okay, how much time do I have to spend? How willing am I to commit? How much money will it cost me? What's the payout? Like, what could I possibly get from this? And obviously, if you're going to invest in a course like Brad's or anyone else's, you're doing it because you're going to make so much more from the skills you've learned. But everyone's got a course and there's so much to learn. So you got to decide, like, if I'm going to go this path, I commit this much time and this much effort to really making it work. And once you do that, you kind of have to close the door on other shit for a while. Mm-hmm. You can't like take Brad's course and a bunch of other ones at the same time, because your attention will be pulled in all these directions and you won't get very far in any of them.
Right.
So once you commit down a path, you have to just say for the next month, or how long is your course going to be? Is it a month or?
Well, so there's going to be some evergreen content, but then we're going to do 4 classes. So,
like once a week, or?
I think I scheduled them like 2 per week for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So it'll be about 2 weeks.
For a couple of weeks that you have Brad to like ask questions and work with you, plus all the other content you're going to get. Don't take anyone else's. Don't focus on any other advice for those 2 weeks. Just go all in on Bing. You know, this is my thing. I'm gonna get really good at this one thing. I know how long it's gonna take, and all my willpower and attention and energy is focused like a laser on this for right now. That's where you get the most impact. That's what made you so good at it, because you ignored everything else and just was like, you know what, Bing is a really great opportunity. Well, no one else has really monopolized this yet. I'm going to take advantage, and you did.
Right.
Where you could have done anything else, like YouTube or Google or anything else that people are getting good at. You got to choose something and really commit.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Thank you.
I had to learn that the hard way by getting my attention pulled in every direction and realizing I got nowhere until I committed to one thing.
Right. So Carlos says, I just reviewed the start guide of the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0, and let me tell you, blown my mind. Dude, thank you so much. That's, okay, you guys know I get a little emotional, and that makes me feel very emotional. Thank you so much for that comment. I'm very glad to have impacted you at all. So, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. So iJaz says, can I still enroll for this course? Yes, you can. We already talked about that. Jonathan says, what are really good ads CTR on Bing? So I know everybody hates this answer, but it depends. I've had really good CTRs of like 20%, but I don't think that's really the benchmark. So I covered this in the quick start guide in the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0, but basically my rough guideline is if it's less than 1% click-through rate, it's pretty bad. If it's above 1%, then it's fine. Like I've seen businesses that make tons of money with just 1% click-through rate. If it's better than 1%, it's fine. That's the thing. It's kind of like they call it a vanity metric. Is something that doesn't really matter, because in the end, the only thing that matters is your cost per acquisition, right? So Conor is an email marketing legend. He's incredible at email marketing. He's been doing it forever. He made tons of money.
Thanks.
And so in a vanity metric in email marketing is open rate.
Yeah.
Right?
Open rates.
So people talk about your open rates. But at the end of the day, it's not about how many people open the email. It's about how much money did you make from that email, right? Yeah, well, you can talk more about it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, are you saying that it's kind of analogous to click rates with Bing?
It's literally, yeah.
Right.
So the click-through rate, it's a vanity metric. It can be a good sign on the way to success.
It's a sign, and it matters. Mm-hmm. And we're saying that both as people that have been in this game for a long time and kind of mastered it. So to us, it's easy to say that. But to someone who's a beginner,
right?
You know, I don't think I would tell them, like, don't ever care about your open rates.
Right.
Because it's a sign that people care what you have to say, and they're looking forward to reading your emails. And the more people that open your emails, the more they're likely they are to want to hear your pitch and buy from you. But from where we're sitting, a lot of people get caught up in the stats that don't matter.
Right.
That's what he means by vanity metric, where some of the emails that I've written that made me the most money didn't have the best open rate or click rate. But the people that did open and click were super qualified and super targeted. It was that email that I wrote wasn't for everyone on my list, but I knew the people that would open and click were really likely to buy, and it spoke directly to them. And so once you understand the marketing principles that Brad is teaching you, I'm sure it's the same way with the paid campaigns. Like maybe some of your best ads and keywords that you're targeting aren't the highest click rate or the highest, it would be click rate, right? For
click-through rate,
click.
CTR.
Yeah. It's not the highest click-through rate, but they're so qualified, and that keyword is just so targeted to the offer that you're promoting that who cares what the click rate is? Every second person that clicks through really wants that product because you nailed it, you know? So it's a sign, but don't get hung up on it. Always remember that what matters the most is what did you spend? How much did you make? What was your profit?
Yeah.
Once that's working out, doesn't really matter what the click rate is or not. And day to day, week to week, those are going to fluctuate and go up and down for a lot of reasons that you don't even know, that you can't control. My emails, I'm not watching my email click rate and open rate like religiously, like, oh my God, it's gone down. If I saw for a month that my email open rates were steadily declining, I'd be like, all right, there's a trend here. I should look into it. There's a problem. Maybe it's deliverability. Maybe my list is changed. Maybe I'm screwing up. Something's happening. But day to day, shit goes up and down. You can't worry about it. What I'm really looking at is on a week to week, month to month basis, is my list getting bigger and is my income growing?
I like Cordell just said CTR is a soft stat. It is a soft stat.
Yeah, I like that better than vanity stat. It's like It does matter, but it's
It does.
not the most important thing.
It's very relevant to your situation. Let's say you get a 90% click-through rate, but you only get 1 click a month. Like, who cares? You know, it's not going to do anything.
Right.
But that just means that if you're getting a high click-through rate, it means that your ad group and your keywords are very targeted, and your ad is very relevant to those keywords. So it's a good, like we've said, it's a good sign that you're on the way to success, but it's not always definitive. At the end of the day, it's your cost per acquisition in paid traffic.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, if you have a $50 product, you better be paying less than $50 to get that sale.
It's good to know that too, because I mean, I'm nowhere near your level at paid traffic, but I've tried it before and gotten really lost in the stats. You start with, what did I pay for this lead? And you end with, who bought and how much did I get per lead? But in between, there's all these steps, and I get lost in the steps, and I start forgetting that it's a simple math equation of money in, money out.
Right.
But one thing I really liked, we went to this live event for some of the top Shopify guys that are teaching Facebook ads and how to make money with Shopify. And the most valuable thing I got was when they like broke down our Facebook ads and showed us step by step inside of your campaigns, which I'm sure you can do in Bing in some way too. Yeah, open rates aren't the most important thing, but if something's not working, you can figure out what part of the chain didn't work by looking at the stats. So if you're not making a profit or it's not good enough, you can kind of break it down into, well, how does that work in Bing? Like, you tell me.
I actually put that into the quick start guide. I actually have a troubleshooting checklist that you can do. Okay. And so if you're not getting a good enough click-through rate, then so people have different problems, right? So the one problem that people have is I'm not getting any impressions. So that means your ad's not showing at all.
Right.
So that means you either you're targeting a keyword that just doesn't get very much search traffic, or you are not bidding even close enough to the suggested bid for that keyword.
Okay, so you're not even in the game.
Not even in the game. So you either have to up your bid, which Bing will tell you, or you're just bidding on something that just doesn't exist, basically. Nobody's going to their search engine and typing in that thing. Right. So that's why you're not getting impressions. Now, if you're not getting good click-through rate, that either means that you've got too many broad match keywords, or, I know this is getting real in the weeds.
Sure, but there's a way that you can systematically figure out, like, open rate, don't get obsessed with your click-through rate. Right. But if something's not going right, that could help you diagnose where the problem is.
So I just built a checklist in the first part of the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0 where you can sort of diagnose where the issue is and know what to do.
That's awesome. That was definitely the most valuable thing I got from watching the guys that were really good at Facebook ads. Yeah. He would look at our account and be like, oh, yeah, you went wrong right here. Right. There's like 1 million numbers on the page. It's Greek to me. Yeah. It's like reading another language. And he's like, your campaign's not working because of this thing right here, which means your landing page, like, that's very valuable. It's cool that you have that.
So iJaz says, how many hours every day? How many hours every day need to in the class? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I think what he means is how many hours should I commit if I take your course?
I mean, I don't know. Whatever it takes. I don't know. Yeah. Well, here's the cool thing about paid traffic, especially if you're doing affiliate marketing, is honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, the actual work of working on campaigns usually takes like less than an hour a day. Because it's really about tweaking things slightly and then just watching how it plays out.
But also you're saying that as the expert.
Right, that's true.
Before you knew that, how many hours would it take you to get to that level per day? True. Yeah. Especially if you're going to take this course, you're obviously committed, you want this to work. Right. So, you know, as many hours as you could put into it, but maybe like what would be a minimum to be like, hey, if you're serious, put in this much work per day.
Yeah, probably like...
What did you do?
I don't know, like... I get obsessed with this stuff. So probably like 2 to 4 hours a day, I would guess.
Okay.
You could get pretty far with studying the material. It all depends on your budget too, you know.
Right.
If you're really, really conservative with your budget, then you're gonna have to focus on things like keyword research. You can't just let ads run and run and run and see what happens. You have to try to control it from the beginning.
Right.
So I'd say like 2 to 4 hours a day would be a good starting point. So Charles says, I'm going to a speed reading class next week. They want me to bring a new book. Any recommendations? Dude.
Hell yeah.
Honestly,
great question.
I will email you. I actually made a program that never sold very many copies, but it was all about like brain hacks and cool stuff to do with your brain.
Yeah.
And one of those things was speed reading. I actually got really into speed reading for a while, and I used it for a long time. I think it's a really cool thing that everybody should learn. Any recommendations for a good book?
So, what would help someone trying to get good at paid traffic and marketing right now? We've read so many books. I mean, I'm sure everyone on this video right now has read a lot of books.
The number one book I would recommend anybody to read, although I recommend the audiobook, is the 10X Rule that you showed me.
Yeah.
By Grant Cardone. It's
the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. That was one of the game changers for both of us. We've listened to it multiple times. I like the audio, like he said, because Grant Cardone's a great speaker and he delivers it himself, so you really get like his enthusiasm. But that's changed our whole life and like the way we approach business and life.
Yeah. Real big game changer.
We just read. What was the one you just sent me? The E-Myth? That's more about setting up a business.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a great speed reading
Not
book.
what you'd need to speed read right now. Well, hey, you know what? Who said that? Charles?
Charles, yeah.
Charles, like, what's your top goal right now? Where are you trying to achieve?
Great question.
Like, where are you in your business? What's most important to you right now? Is it setting up a whole business and a system? Is it getting really good at the paid traffic? Is it figuring out what to do with your time? Like, one of the best books I ever read was Dan Kennedy's No BS Time Management for Entrepreneurs. Game changer. Really powerful book.
I'm going to go to the bathroom. So
cool.
Talk with Connor.
I'll talk to you guys. I'm Connor, by the way, for everyone who just joined. It's good to talk to you guys. I'm Brad's longtime friend, roommate, business partner. We work together on a lot of stuff. I'm not the Bing guy. I don't know a lot about paid traffic. I build email lists, and I'm a copywriter, and I sell things in email. Let's see. Charles, you're working on conversions. All right. Well, conversions like, are you building landing pages and writing copy and that kind of stuff? Or are you just trying to choose the right offers? Give me some more details. I have a lot of books in here in the library, but you want to read the one that's right for you right now. Let's see. Conversions, the Brain Hack program. Yeah, that was what Brad was talking about, I think. Steve, is Brad's program still for sale? Yes. I believe he's closing it down in 2 days, on Friday. Let's see. I'm reading Snapchat. Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy started creating Snapchat. Oh, that's a book. Right on. Steve shared a book. The story of how the two guys who created Snapchat did it. That sounds amazing. Let's see. Ijaz, great. You all are cool. You're cool too, man. Thanks for being on here. I was talking to Charles more, like, where are you at?
Yeah.
He said conversions. Do you know a good book about that? Ken says the conversion code. Is that a book?
I've never heard of that, but let's write that down.
I'm going to look it up right now.
We'll definitely check that out. Thank you for the recommendation. Steve, the Brain Hack program, you know, I try... I mean, I'll just send it to you. Just email me at brad@digitalnomadrockstar.com. I'll just type that in. Yeah, just email me and I'll just send it to you, man. Like, I'd just be happy if one person listened to it. I did sell a bunch of copies, but ultimately the lesson from that business idea was that I need to work on building a product that
Chris Smith,
more people they actually want than just something that I was really passionate about. We'll talk more about that. Connor and I will probably be talking about that a lot. So yeah, I'll just send it to you, man. Like, if you go through it, it's like an audio. I did it mostly on audio, but if you go through it and you get anything from it, I would just be so happy. that somebody went through it and got something. So yeah, I'd be happy. I spent a lot of time researching and learning about the brain and how it works and speed reading and just lots of cool stuff. So yeah, I'll send it to you. Okay, Snapchat. You all are cool. Yes, this is a very cool group. I'm loving the people that are coming to these live streams and the people that have joined the program. And even if you're not signing up for the program right now, just being part of this community, you know, posting YouTube comments, emailing me back. So many people are emailing me. I just appreciate all of you. So thank you for being so amazing. So Carlos, what time will classes be next week? You know, I haven't actually set the times yet. I think in the evening works best for most of the people that I've talked to. So it'll probably be, you know, 8 o'clock Central. I think Colombia is Eastern time. I'm not sure about Cartagena. How do you get any work done living in Cartagena? I think I would just be on the beach and...
There's a ton of entrepreneurs that go to Colombia.
That's true.
Internet marketers love it. But they go to Medellin.
Yeah. Cartagena is like a beach, beautiful town. It's amazing. But I don't know if I could get a lot of work done there. Just the food and the dancing and So yeah, the first class is on Monday. It'll be in the evening. I don't know what time. Ken Ho says by Chris Smith. Is that the conversion code? Yeah.
So, conversion code by Chris Smith. Got it on the list now. Haven't read it. Looks awesome. I'm a huge conversion junkie. Some conversion crack.
Steve, are you like an SEO guy? Do you have like blog review traffic or something?
Yeah.
Maybe you can make me some sales. I would love to sell more of that product. I put a year of my life into it, but nobody bought it. So Charles says my click-through rates are above average. And Carlos says Cartagena is a sunny city, beautiful places, great place to live. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right. So Conor, are you going to share some of our favorite business books?
I brought some of our books from our shelf because we were talking about books. I don't know.
It's about knowledge.
Here in our garage.
No.
Charles, I don't know if these are the right books for you. And a lot of the books that we read are on Audible or Kindle, so I don't have a physical copy. But the ones that have taught me the most, I'm really into sales. I do copywriting. This changed everything.
We're all into sales. If you're in this group, you're into sales. I used to think that I wasn't into sales. I thought Conor just was like really into it. And then I read the 10X rule by his recommendation, and I was like, oh yeah, sales and marketing is the same thing, man.
This one, I know you guys were talking about we were all talking about like what to do with your time.
Yeah.
This huge, I think you told me about this one actually.
Long time ago, yeah.
Dan Kennedy's a legend. He's a big deal, and he was an old school direct response marketer.
Amazing.
Did a lot of mail order, like direct mail, but a lot of the old school guys can actually teach you a lot more about marketing in general. And a lot of the stuff that people teach online now, probably a lot of what we teach, is learned from that. This one is just good stuff in general. John Carlton, another old school guy. It's a great title, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Getting Your Shit Together.
Yep.
Definitely one of the things I read when I first started deciding to work for myself.
Do you have breakthrough advertising?
This is from New Year's.
Oh, yeah.
Also a bookmark from New Year's. Things were good. Breakthrough advertising, I have that in the other room.
Ooh, that's a classic.
I'll grab that one.
It's a legend.
This one's another classic. Pitch Anything.
Very good.
This guy's talking about pitching and selling in person, but really it's really about psychology and how to frame everything so that people really listen to you and care and love it. Another awesome one. Finally, this one is a fucking joke. If you like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, this is a hilarious coffee table book. The 7 Secrets of Awakening the Highly Effective 4-Hour Giant Today. And breakthrough advertising is more expensive and it's a big deal.
So Charles says, I'm dealing with what you talked about. First the sales come in, then dropped off. I'm putting to use the info you said last week. Yeah, that's one of the weirdest things, man. Like, I talked to someone else who has bought the program, and he was telling me the same thing. At first he spent $1 and he sold a $50 product on ClickBank. So that first reaction is like, oh my God, everything's different now. Like, my whole life has changed. And then you realize that paid traffic is not about events, it's about averages. I'm going to put that in the program. I never said it that way, but that's just the reality of what it is. It's not about an event. It's like people will talk about, you know, making X amount of dollars in a day, but if you actually run paid traffic for a long time, you realize it's about the averages. So when somebody says they had a $50 a day month, it doesn't mean that they literally made exactly $50 every single day. It means that on average throughout 30 days they made $50 a day. So some days they made negative $100, but then there was a few days at the end of the month where they made $300 a day, and it made up for the average. So this is part of the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0 as well. I actually have a couple of spreadsheets that you can use to track your results, and that was a complete game changer for me. When you could put your actual spend and earn in the same spreadsheet and have it tell you what your average is for the month, that completely changes everything. So your brain, none of our brains are that good at calculating out averages. It's part of the reason that we're so easily addicted to things, and it's a big part of what goes on in life. But basically our brains are not good at calculating out big averages. I learned that from one of the books on our bookshelf too. Mind hacking or something, I don't know, one of the books. But basically it's not easy for us to understand averages, but if you just track it, if you have tracking sheets and you just see it day after day after day, month after month after month, you start to realize that it's really not about the day. Like if you make $100 profit in a day, whoop-de-doo. Because the next 2, 3, 4 days might be you're only making $20 and then 10 and then 5 and then you're losing 50. But then the next day you make 200 more. So it's all about the average. So Charles, that's totally normal. Like a lot of people, because basically most people who do affiliate marketing, especially with Bing ads, are like, I hope this is the answer to fixing everything in my life, and I just have to spend like $10 and I'll make 100, and then I just have to scale that up and it'll be the answer to everything. But just like everything in life, like it's going to take a little bit more than that. It's going to take a little bit more effort, but you're doing something that very few people in the world understand how to do. And when you figure it out, it's the most amazing thing in the world. So you're on a great path. But yeah, first sales came and then dropped off. That's just totally normal. You got to like stick it out in the campaign. I think there might be something to just new ads coming on the scene. Like maybe the algorithm gives it some sort of priority. Like Bing immediately jumps it up to the top to see if it's worthy, you know, like to see if the click-through rates are going to be good. I actually have found that with my YouTube videos. They usually go out to a bigger group right in the beginning, and then if it's not a good video, there are plenty of videos on my channel that probably none of you have ever seen, which are just not good, you know, according to you, according to the viewers, they're just not good. So YouTube knows almost immediately. They first test my videos out to you guys, my subscribers, and then if you guys don't like it, then it pretty drastically drops it off and doesn't show it to anybody. So I think there's something to just having a fresh ad out there that nobody's ever seen. But then you gotta get in there and work the averages. So what is a normal ROI in Bing, or better, what is your ROI with Bing? So it depends. I've worked with clients that get really incredible ROI. So for example, incredible ROI might be they have a $97 product that costs them $21 to fulfill, and so now you know, if they're getting anything less than a $71 or $72 cost per acquisition, then it's profitable. So usually on Bing, it averages out to be somewhere between like 40 to 50 CPA. So, but they have a business, so every conversion that they get is adding to their list of customers, and they have a back end and whatnot. So ROI, yeah, it really depends. Right now I'm running an affiliate campaign that, you know, I think today I spent like $30 and made like 250. So, but that's not typical. That's like just one day. That's an event. It's not the average. If I run it out for a month, then there's going to be some days where I lose money, but then some days that I profit a little bit, and then some days I profit a lot. And then the only thing that matters is the kind of monthly average when you're doing paid traffic. It's not about the event. Unless you're just pushing people to one, you know, thing for a launch or something, but that's not how most people use it. All right. Normal ROI in Bing. Yeah, man. It's so hard for me to say normal because it's so many variables. All right. iJaz says, how many hours course it will do I have to be present and watch you, and is it all practical? So you don't have to be present. I am building out content for, you know, evergreen content, but also starting next week, we're going to have a live class. You can be present. I would love for you to be on the class if you join the Bing Ads Bootcamp, to be on the live classes, but you don't have to be, because eventually, you know, once we do those live classes, I'll also record them and I'll put them in the members area for the program. So you don't have to be present. Hey, somebody's on my sales page.
Does running ads for a specific zone matters?
Oh yeah, totally. I'm guessing for a specific zone, you mean by country, by state, by zip code. Yeah, that totally matters. We're just both checking our phone. Yeah. No, I'm not just checking my phone. There's somebody asking me a question on the Bing Ads Bootcamp site. So yeah, Diwakar says, yeah, it definitely matters. And it matters what offer you're choosing. If you're doing affiliate marketing, some offers are going to convert better to different in affiliate marketing, they call it geos. So how many hours course? You know, it's going to be many, many hours. It's already many hours, but I'm just going to keep going until I've taught you everything I know. So it's going to be many, many hours.
Sounds like a lot of hours.
Carlos said it already blew his mind. And that was only with 1 to 2 hours. And it's going to be many more hours. All right. So Diwakar says, I also meant like I'm from India. If I want to run for USA at morning time, I was asking this. Oh, the time of day, I don't think that matters that much. I think the country matters. I think...
Oh, he meant time zone?
Oh, time zone.
From India, if I want to run ads for USA.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because at nighttime, you just won't get very many clicks. So if people are sleeping, they just don't click. They're not on their computers. They're not clicking on things. So the time zone, I've never found that to be very important. If you're running a business where you're only open between 8 o'clock a.m. and 8 o'clock p.m., then it's important, right? You don't want to spend money on ads when you can't answer their call. But unless that... Oh, hey, what's up, Steve? Yeah, sorry. How much is it? Yeah, well, it's on the sales page there, Steve. $197 for the whole program. So you get the yeah, you're welcome, Diwakar. Not sure exactly how to say your name, but I try my best. Carlos says, which are the countries in which Bing has better traffic? I think they have the most in the US, and then they have Canada. I have run some traffic in like Australia, like the other English speaking countries, but I've heard, I don't know, I've never done this, but I've heard people do very, very well by targeting other countries that nobody else is targeting. So I don't know, European countries and with English speaking ads. So I've never tested this myself, but you could try it. Just write the exact same ads for the exact same affiliate products, but just run them in other countries. But in my experience, the Bing has the most traffic in the US.
How did you figure out Bing in the first place? I don't think I ever heard about that.
So I was working with a client who had a big AdWords account, and they did a lot of AdWords stuff, and I tried to do Bing just because I'm always trying new stuff, and I thought, well, Bing is pretty close to AdWords. I tried it and I lost my ass. So I was like, the first day, it's just like Charles was talking about. The first day I turned on Bing and we made a huge ROI. It was like, you know, we spent $50 and made $300 or whatever. But then the next day and the next day and the next day and next day, it just got worse and worse. Yes, it is a course for beginner to advanced. I'm actually going to make a specific part of the course for beginners. Like if you don't know anything, this is exactly how to get started. And a lot of the course is for advanced people as well. So yes, Jazz. So we started making money and I got really excited, and then we started losing money and I got really sad and we had to like turn it off. But then eventually I went and I learned more about AdWords actually. Like most of my Bing knowledge just comes from doing AdWords. So I read a book called, if I had this book, I would show it right now, but it's a really, really good book about AdWords. It's called Advanced Google AdWords by Brad Geddes. Brad, I'll type it in the chat. This book is amazing. It's very boring. It's not interesting at all. He doesn't tell good stories. He's not a good copywriter. But the information in that book is incredible. And so it totally changed what I was doing on AdWords. It totally made me understand. And I actually bought his course at the time, which I couldn't really afford, but I really needed to get better at AdWords. So I bought his training course, which again was very boring, very dry, but his knowledge on AdWords is so above everyone else that I learned so much about it, how it worked. And then as soon as I learned about how AdWords really worked and I improved our AdWords campaigns, I immediately was like, this is the exact same thing on Bing. So I went to Bing and applied the exact same knowledge to Bing and got incredibly better results immediately. And we were immediately profitable on Bing. So it added a whole new revenue stream. It was literally almost like doubling the business. So that's when I fell in love with Bing, is working for a client and just seeing that incredible result. So that's what got me into Bing. And then I found out that you can pretty much run any kind of traffic on Bing. And then I started trying doing it, affiliate stuff, and everything got approved. So that's how I got into Bing, is Brad Geddes. You know, honestly, Steve, I read Perry Marshall's book. I got pretty deep into Perry Marshall, and it just, no, it's not even close. Like, Brad Geddes, he's this weird, like, nerdy guy, but he has the best information on, like, he has the most experience. Perry Marshall makes it sound very nice, but Brad Geddes just smokes Perry Marshall. I'm sorry to say it, But I read Perry Marshall, and I still didn't really understand what was going on. Like, he makes it easy to understand, but you don't really get how it works. Brad Geddes just, like, yeah, he's not good at making you like him. He's just really, 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 really good at what he does. So I would check it out, man. If you read Perry Marshall, you will be blown away by Advanced Google AdWords by Brad Geddes. Diwakar says, have you done PPD, YouTube video PPD stuff on gaming niche, something like that? Dude, yeah, Steve, you got to get that book. It's a game changer. Very boring, though. I've said it many times because it's very boring. You just got to jump to the parts that are relevant to you, because he talks about a lot of, because Brad has managed accounts for like really big corporate things, like corporations. So he kind of gets lost in the corporate stuff, but his organization and understanding of keywords, that completely changed my like whole life. It was awesome. Any books for affiliate Bing? Honestly, yeah, get Advanced Google AdWords by Brad Geddes. That'll help you, but there's not a lot of books about affiliate marketing just in general. I mean, affiliate marketing is kind of something that always adapts to the newest trends. So it's hard to find a book about affiliate marketing. I would honestly just recommend going on YouTube. Just watch every single thing about affiliate marketing you could possibly watch. And there are a lot of good, like Sean Baggery. I don't know how to say his last name, but Sean from Aversity.com. He's really good with Bing. He's just really good at affiliate marketing in general. So check him out. Yeah, Ken says, awesome. Gonna check it out later. Any channel? Yeah, I'll type his channel in here. Baggery, I think. Yeah, check out Sean's channel, iJazz. You'll really like it. He's really good at affiliate marketing, and he talks about Bing a lot. Not very many people talk about Bing. So yeah, check out his channel. Just watch everything he's ever done. All right. Guys, I think we're going to wrap this up. So thank you all very much for... yeah, check him out. He's really good. But yeah, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. I know you have lots of different things you could be doing right now, and I just really appreciate you spending your time with us. It's really awesome.
Same here.
Thanks to Freedom Hustler. This is Conor Boylan, by the way. You're going to be hearing more from him in the next few weeks. We're going to be working on a couple products together. So yeah, I just really appreciate you all spending your time with us, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep rocking it. You're doing great. Just by being here, spending your time trying to improve yourselves and learn new skills, you're getting there. So keep doing it. Share wine, yeah. Yep. Cheers, Carlos.
Cheers to you guys.
Salud.
And hey, Brad's never gonna say this because he's such a humble, awesome guy, but the knowledge in his head is worth millions of dollars. Not even exaggerating.
Thanks, man.
Like you cannot go wrong taking his course. I'm not just saying that because I want him to sell his course, but like we're sitting here making money while we're talking to you guys. Money is still coming into our bank account passively because of the stuff I've learned from hanging out with this guy. So take his course.
Thank you.
It's probably closing soon. And you know how some people fake the scarcity and they're like, it's closing soon, but you could still get it the next day.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen this time because he's actually going to give the people on the course his personal time and attention, and he can't do that for everyone, obviously. He's one guy. So if you're on the fence, if you watch this now or like later, get the course. It's closing soon. And I don't know, you might launch it again. Probably. It'll be valuable, but it'll be months down the road.
Yeah.
Because in between then, after this, I'm taking his time because we're gonna launch something together. So a lot's going on. If you're interested in Bing affiliate stuff, PPC, all of it, jump in on it.
Yeah, would love to have you guys.
Yeah, we really would. And thanks for being here on the live. It's been awesome chatting with you guys. This is the first time I've done a live. I'm glad you got me into it.
Did great.
It's really cool that people show up and they actually have cool, valuable stuff to say. Like,
yeah.
this is going to turn into a live meetup sooner or later.
Yeah.
But thanks for being on for now.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much.